Kia ora, my name is Lech Szymański and I'm a senior computer scientist doing research in machine learning and artificial neural networks. This is Discovering ChatGPT. What is ChatGPT? Traditional chatbots are built based on rules, English grammar that tries to parse sentences and figure out their structure and then compose responses going by some templates and so on. ChatGPT is an artificial neural network that has been trained to generate text that seems human-like. In a way, it's a bit more intuitive. And I'm a little bit reluctant to use the word intuition because it sounds like it's a bit brain-like, but it's more like an equation. It's just a one-way computation, taking text in and spitting text out. Get onto the website, type in ChatGPT into Google and try it. I encourage you to do so. So the next question is, how does it work? The key component of ChatGPT is GPT, which stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Generative because it generates text, pre-trained because it's been trained on lots and lots and lots of data, and Transformer is the name of the artificial neural network that is the network that is used for that model. Text is chopped up into tokens. Those tokens get translated into unique numbers, and those numbers are fed into that network, which has been trained to find patterns. And all that network does is output a probability of whatever number it thinks it should follow based on those patterns, and those numbers get translated back into text and appended to the original text query. And then you can go again and generate the next predicted word and keep going like that, generating long answers. It's so good because that artificial neural network that sits inside it is massive. It's an artificial neural network created on unprecedented scale. It has 175 billion parameters, and that makes the model able to retain a lot of information. It's not perfect. It makes mistakes. If you know exactly how it works, you can even exploit its weaknesses to show where it fails. But for most part, it's really amazingly good. Question number 3, where does ChatGPT get its facts from? Well, it's been trained on a lot of text from internet and Wikipedia and books, and a lot of that information is encoded in its internal weights. Some people think it's actually hooked up to the internet and it's checking answers as you converse with it. No, it's been trained once and now it's running in an offline mode. All the answers that it generates are just from its internal set of weights. It doesn't have reasoning. It doesn't really have memory of the context of the conversation. The entire context of the conversation, it's in its input. And in fact, it's limited. I believe the last iteration has been trained in November of 2022. It will know about content and events from that time and before. It has no knowledge of whatever happened after. For that, it will have to be retrained again, fine-tuned for maybe new data, new events, and so on to bring that information into the chatbot. And now a question that probably concerns a lot of academics: is ChatGPT able to pass exams? Well, the best answer is test it. Go online, give it the exam questions and see how it does. I think you're going to be surprised how well it does in some instances and how bad it gets the answer in some other instances. It tends to be very good for sort of shallow knowledge, memorization, for bringing up facts, and it's really good at forming text that flows, that reads well, at making arguments. It even solves problems. The flip side of that is, and I've tested it, it's pretty good at marking answers. It can tell you, it can even assign a grade, and it can generate feedback based on what it thinks is done well or not well in an answer. All this power at the fingertips of our students have massive implications for academia and how we teach. It's a wonderful tool, but it changes a lot. And the last question is, how do you, as an academic, make use of ChatGPT? ChatGPT is now something that whenever I have to prepare for something, it's the first thing I'm going to try. Like, for instance, for this talk, I typed in some of the questions into ChatGPT and just looked at its answers and incorporated some of its knowledge into my answers that I gave you here. If you're a naive user, and this is something that students might not realize, is it might spit out rubbish. And if you don't know any better, you're gonna think, you're gonna take it on faith and use it. It's dangerous tool for somebody who doesn't understand what the program created by ChatGPT does. And I suppose it's the same thing with the text that it creates. It might give you very profound thoughts and conclusions, but it might fail on trivial questions. All right, thanks for joining me. This was just a glimpse of discovering ChatGPT, and I'm excited to dive into this topic deeper along with my colleagues on March the 9th. ChatGPT is here, and it affects us all.